In Roman times, lunar cycles were treated as serious variables in human behavior. People didn't view lunar phases as distant astronomical curiosities. They were immediate environmental factors, just like weather or seasonal change. Communities lived closer to natural cycles, planting, harvesting, and even governing around them. The moon wasn't just a light in the sky. It was a clock, a calendar, a behavioral barometer, and, in some cases, a legal factor. Ancient medical and legal texts record that agitation, violence, sleep disturbances, and emotional surges were most common around the full moon. The absence of electric lighting made lunar illumination profoundly noticeable. When the moon was bright, nights were active. Social gatherings stretched longer, patrols were increased, and behavior changed. Romans documented how certain individuals became restless, sleepless, or volatile during these peaks. Some communities considered these individuals moonstruck, not in a metaphorical way, but in the literal sense. The moon appeared to strike or affect their state of mind. That observation seeped into law. Roman courts, particularly in the later imperial period, acknowledged lunaticus as a legitimate factor in criminal cases. Crimes committed during a full moon were treated differently from those committed at other times. The reasoning was straightforward. If people's behavior became more erratic during lunar peaks, their culpability required a different analysis. This wasn't an act of mercy or mysticism. It was a practical legal adaptation to a consistent pattern. Roman magistrates documented increased disturbances during full moons and incorporated those observations into the judicial process. This practice was not isolated to Rome. Greek physicians and philosophers, notably Hippocrates, wrote about the moon's effect on mental states. Hippocrates described the brain as the moistest organ, vulnerable to the moon's influence in the same way the tides respond to it. Egyptian temple calendars tracked agricultural rhythms and collective mood shifts through lunar cycles. Babylonian astrologer priests plotted charts not only to predict eclipses, but to anticipate behavioral surges within cities. What modern society frames as anecdotal was, for them, infrastructure. Lunar timing was built into agriculture, governance, medicine, and security.